Alright, let's make sure this worked. Alright, there we go. Alright. Oop. Dropped my charger. Just a sec, guys, and I shall be getting started soon. I'm hopefully going to get another stream in this Sunday where I do some gaming, but we'll see if that works out. In the meantime, I need to mute my computer because I had the fun idea to turn my stream on my laptop while I'm actually on the iPad streaming, so, right. I gotta minimize this and open Procreate. And bada bing, bada boom, here we are. You get internet on Friday, congrats. Congratulations. I just realized I didn't mute my computer. I thought I did, but I didn't. Where's the mute key? There we go. All right, now I'm set. Oh, nice. You just moved. I can relate to that. I've only been in this house that I'm currently in for a little bit over half a year now, I guess. Took us like a few weeks to get Wi-Fi because of our communication issues with Xfinity. So currently I am sitting on my bed in my bedroom, and there is a cat on my bed. Also, yes, I do like that icon. That is a very nice little profile picture. Let me see here. There is something I want to briefly just show because it's so adorable. It's too cute, and I have to get this out of the way to show. There's a cat sleeping, surrounded by hair. Oh, nice. Surrounded by her cat hair, who has rolled all over my bed sheets. But she is just too cute to be mad at for it. Like, she might have covered my entire bed sheet in hair and fur, but she is just the most lovable kitten. Or not kitten, she's a full-grown cat, but like you get what I mean. Her name is Angel, by the way. You might have seen her in a few of my videos. If you're not too new to the channel, you'll probably have seen her in a few of my videos. She has a few notable cameos. No, non-stop motion, but still Lego related. Lego. Brief Lego flip camera. But yeah, she's been in a few of my videos, including the red, black, and yellow video. So yeah, figured I'd just show you where I'm at right now. I'm on my bed, covered in cat fur with a adorable kitten in front of me. But yeah, I'll probably need to like use a roller to get all this cat fur off of here, because like she's rolled everywhere on it. Anyways, enough of the adorable kitten. Say bye, Angel. Say bye to chat, Angel. She's so sleepy. I think she just wants to rest. Oh, you cute cat. Yeah, she definitely wants to rest. All right. Alrighty. Well, yeah. For context on the reason why Lego and Beyblade X were brought up by Impactor, we were in a call earlier, and we ended up discussing Beyblades. Beyblades were a smaller part of my childhood, but they did have a little bit of influence on me discovering kids anime, basically. Very small influence on that. But my dad and I used to like play with the play Beyblades. Like, I think it was the Metal Fury and Metal Fusion waves of Beyblades. I also had some Bay Wheels at certain points. Yeah. Bay Wheels were like, picture this. If you took Beyblades, but instead of duking out in duels, they basically spin dash like they're Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah. I'm probably going to be drawing a few Among Us related things today. Perhaps a few tangy things in addition. A little bit of both. I don't know if anybody has noticed. If you know me really well, you'll probably know this already. But I have a lot of different hobbies and interests, I guess. Yeah, I think I'm probably going to do some of the Among Us Monarchy art. And probably I'll do another doodle session at the end of this stream, too. Like I did last time, there was this thing. Oh, you have a way to draw an Among Us. Have you ever tried drawing an Among Us to draw a female torso? Ever heard of that method? You basically do this. You draw your Among Us. Here, let me make a more square-shaped one. Draw your Among Us. Doesn't have to be perfect, but you draw an Among Us. You draw their visor. Draw the visor, right? I'm gonna squish this because you need to draw like a thin Among Us without a backpack. Draw their visor. Put it in just the right spot. And then you make this layer slightly transparent. Then you draw a female torso around it. I'm just gonna do here. I'm gonna do like a to draw a female torso. And you can use the Among Us thing as a base for it. It's not perfect, but like I've done better on whiteboard. I might as well show those. Cause I had a fun time using this method on whiteboard, I think yesterday, to like draw the upper body of a female. Yeah. It's not a perfect method, but it works when you do it right. I think my Among Us was like a little too skinny. Oh, how old am I? I turned 20 in June. Yes, I am going to be the big double decade. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. It's crazy to know that I'll be Bobos. Me when that's the trigger word. Yeah, I'm gonna be so old in under 30 days. I think it's like 29 days till my birthday, to be more exact. But yeah. I think I'm gonna get started on no, I do not have a girlfriend. I wish I did, but I don't. However, I know there's plenty of fish in the sea, so if I meet someone in person someday, I'm sure I will, but we'll see. Oh boy. All right. I think one of the first things I need to do here is make a new artwork of Sasori. You're probably thinking, Sasori, don't you mean Sayori, like from DDLC or Doki Doki Takeover? Well, not exactly. For context, Sasori is one of my Among Us characters, primarily based on Sayori, who is a character that I created for Among Us Monarchy and other projects. I just gotta find... I'm not gonna dig through my Photos app, so I'm just gonna look through my messages in CloudFo's server. Because I know I sent the files there. Let's see here, where am I? From Silly Lasagna. Here I am. Yes, here we go. Here's one of the fan arts of Sasori from ages ago. Courtesy of my buddy Ink Drawer for that. I'm just gonna download this one, because that's gonna be handy, and this one. And what the hey, I'll get this one too. Old pose designs and sprite map parts. But yeah, basically Sasori is a Sayori doppelganger that's an Among Us, but plot twist, she is not your average character. So, in short, there's a team of characters that are Among Us OCs of mine, known as the Rejects. They are a formerly quartet, then trio, then quartet again, once a new person joined their ranks. They are a group of Among Us characters that are embodiments of code discarded by the in-universe Among Us devs, who are just like alternate reality versions of the real-life devs of Among Us. Have I ever drawn any of my viewers? Depending on whether I know them virtually or if I know them as a subscriber and a commenter and a supportive viewer. It really depends on how well I know a person. Typically, if I draw you, it's normally for, like, you know, just for fun, normally. Like, if I have a really funny idea, I'll just draw it. Like, of course, I'll get consent from who I'm drawing, but, like, if I get, like, say, an idea to draw, this is just a random example, Trampy having an arm wrestling match with Impactor's version of Austin, who I voice. And they're just like, man, you sound too similar. No, you do. And they're having an arm wrestling match at the same time. I mean, that would be something kind of like what I would draw, perhaps. Fat cat. Well, you might have missed the cat earlier. She's still on my bed though. I could load up my camera real quick. Man, I just made the bean shape a little too fat, I think. Funny enough. All right, let's see here. Whoops, that looks like an egg. Whoopsie. Okay, there. Let's just fix this line work here. Being very perfectionistic. Oh yeah, sure. You can draw my Sona. I think here, let me send a Blue Sky Post link in the chat. Because my Sona is actually a Lego figure. My mascot is Trampy. Trampy's my current mascot. My old mascot, or I should say, he's not exactly my old mascot, but Yellow Charles, the character that used to be my profile picture here, he still counts as a co-mascot. He's just not on my profile picture on this site anymore. All right, let's copy. I think this should copy the link. Nope, that doesn't copy the link. Okay. Let's try to copy the post link. Share. Copy. Now if I... Whoops, wrong thing. Gotta send this in chat. So that link there is to a Blue Sky post with my Sona reference on it. I'm actually trying to work on that. Yes, I'm trying to work on drawing Among Us characters in the 2025 Updog Among Us style. Let's see here. I did actually download the reference for the new crew that was in Updog, which I got from Cloudflow server, this image. So these are the color references and reference sheets for the characters. I really like the fact that Cyan's visor is slightly different colored. Like, they all have different colored visors. And notice, the imposters don't have a shading on their visor, which is kind of a clever detail. However, they accidentally forgot to put shading on Purple's child. That is not accurate to the fact. But other than that, it's accurate. So, yeah. So, Siori's gonna be... Like, Among Us Monarchy, I picture it being an infusion of V4 style, Updog style. Kind of like a blend of the two, slightly. Hello. Welcome. So yeah, basically my versus imposter style isn't going to be exactly like Updog's. But, do I support, Therians? What is... Can I get context on what that is? Like, I might know, but I don't think I know. I don't think I do, at least. Like, I don't know what the word means. Can you give me... Can you tell me what the word means? Is it a good word, or... Like, what is the definition? Oh, okay. Well, I don't really have a stance on that, to be honest. I mean, if people want to do that, they can. I just don't really have much of an opinion on it. I mean, I am pansexual, but I don't want to judge someone else for what they like to do. So, I mean, I don't judge people religiously, race wise, or sexuality wise, or gender wise. Like, they're them, and they want to be who they are. So, hey, pansexual buddy, dab me up, virtually, of course. Handshake emoji in the chat will do. But yeah. I actually only realized I was like recently, so yeah. Yeah, so this image here is from Cloudflow's server. They sent like the reference for all the crew and the two imposters, obviously. Yeah. Yeah, I really do like how they've improved the design to be simpler and unique at the same time. Anyways, I'm going to try and get the rough sketching done here. I kind of want Sasori to kind of be like a blend of a bunch of different Among Us styles that I kind of find fun. Oh, that's a fist bump. It'll do. Fist bumps are all right. I would show my fist punching the camera, but then I'd be facing review. But yeah, it's good enough. It's good enough. Thanks though. Here, I'm gonna make this eyelash a little tinier. There we go. You know, does Sayori have eyelashes visible? Because, like, Sasori is based on Sayori, so it wouldn't make sense if I gave her big eyelashes. I had to give her, like, little tiny ones. There we go, like, little... Ooh, I have an idea. Unikitty style eyelashes. Now, my Sona is a Lego figure. So, based on that, you guys can assume I'm a Lego nerd. I mean, oh yeah, I can actually just plug Cloudflow's server in here. I'm pretty sure it's a public server at the moment. So, options. Are we allowed to send invites? Yes, we are. Okay, share invite. Copy. All right. Makes sense, because, like, I didn't remember if she has visible eyelashes. Okay, there's Cloudflow's server link. It's just discord.gg/Cloudflow. I should have remembered that, but yeah. This image, if I'm not mistaken, is in the Cool Stuff channel, or Cool Thingies channel. Yeah, it's the second to latest announcement in the Cool Thingies channel. Yeah. Yeah, I'm so glad that mod is back. I'm actually so glad it's back. It would be like, man, they wasted Imposter V5 for the comebacks of all these classic FNF mods. I genuinely am so happy they're back. Like, it was a welcome surprise. Let me see here. Let's do it like this. There we go. That should be good for eyelashes. Like two little tiny ones. And I'll make her really, really happy. Also, Sasori shares physical traits to Sayori, but doesn't have any, like, emotional traits to Sayori other than they're both perky most of the time. And also they're both airheaded. Sayori's very, very, emphasis on the very, airheaded. Possibly even more airheaded than the original Sayori. She is not an imposter. And to be fair, in Among Us Monarchy, the imposters are also neutral. All of the roles in Among Us Monarchy are neutral to each other. Imposters are security guards. Basically, they're the ones who they kill somebody only if it's needed for a punishment. And either way, medics can revive the person afterwards if it was a false alarm and all that. Hello. But yeah, Among Us Monarchy is in like an alternate Among Us reality entirely, where the entire characters, like the different roles and everything, they are all led by a king imposter and a queen crewmate. Basically, it's all harmonious aside from a rogue group of like rolled characters who have like a gang, basically, who want to take the throne for themselves. Among Us Monarchy, when I finally get around to making it a mod, there will be an alternate version of boyfriend and girlfriend, who sound like boyfriend and girlfriend normal, but like they are like Among Us inspired versions of them, basically. Sayori, Hermit, and some of the other rejects, they are considered the rejects because they have beta versions of roles. Sayori is the beta mod engineer, which, if you're not familiar, the engineer in modded Among Us typically just fixes a sabotage immediately. Whereas Sayori can do that, but she can do it multiple times a game rather than only once, like the modded engineer role can. In terms of like normal Among Us, those roles exist too. So we have fixer engineers and venter engineers. There's a difference between the two in this universe, and both of them exist together at the exact same time. So we get a lot of like base game Among Us and blended with modded Among Us. Speaking of medics, Hermit is a medic. He is a medic beta role, which means he was glitched. His code was made incomplete, thus he has the ability to move anywhere at any time via instinct. If, say, you shot a bullet at him, he would dodge it by literally teleportation. He cannot be touched, harmed physically. He can't be harmed or touched physically. So, yeah. Oh my word, I think a large stink bug just landed on my window and its silhouette is creeping across my windowsill. I was like, oh my word, what is that? What is that? Oh yeah, I'm using Procreate to draw. Sorry, this bug on my window, its silhouette is just so large it's distracting. Like, it looks like it could have been the size stink bug if it could. But I don't think it is because the legs are so long and I think it's injured as well. Yeah. Yeah, I'm seeing it leaving spots, I think, on my window, meaning it's hurt. I think it ran into my window. That's hilarious. In the grossest way possible. Glad Angel didn't see it. She loves a good bird or bug chase. Thankfully, it's outside and not inside, so. Yeah. Also, oh, thanks. Thanks for the sub. Thanks for the sub. It's much appreciated. I'm probably going to need to figure out how I did her hair originally. Because I didn't draw some of the parts of this reference for Sasiori that I'm using here. I drew the hair and the bow. And then everything else was edited from yellow. Oh, wait, and I drew this X-shaped visor expression. I actually got inspiration from a few places to make that. But the visor shapes, most of them are from yellow in V4, and then the body parts are, I think, combinations of white and pink in V4. So, yeah. However, I am just going to remake all these sprites because these were conceptual anyways. So, yeah. Yeah, I can't kill the bug outside my window. It's outside the window, and it seems like it's probably already injured. Whatever kind of bug it... Oh, it just flew away. Must have recovered from whatever it was. Hopefully it's not trying to get inside. Oh, it's a lot smaller than I thought. I think it was just on the outer end of my window. Yeah. I'm not going to kill it unless it goes inside the house. Because we just had pest control do some stuff. So if it tries getting in, it won't last long anyways. So it would be better to like release it or put it out of its misery. If it gets inside. If it gets inside. Oh, man. Don't really have much to say on that, I'm sorry. Other than, oh man, I really don't have very many good words I can say about that. I'm sorry. Sorry to hear that, though. I mean, I think I do have gameplay of Updog on my channel, like the new update. 2025 versus Imposter on my channel. I do have gameplay somewhere. I'll probably hide these hand layers for now and focus on her hair. Now, just to give a little context, some of the other characters in this mod are going to be original characters rather than inspirations from existing IPs. The rejects are mainly the only ones that are based on existing IPs, like DDLC, or the Muppets, or Pokemon, or the Gummy Bear song, which are the current main four members aside from the fifth one, who's a mini imposter. Yes, that exists in Among Us Monarchy. However, there's only one mini imposter, and he really doesn't like being called short. Yeah. Basically, he's like the concept of a mini crewmate, but he can only kill pets, and he's considered a mini imposter. So, yeah. And he doesn't like using his weapon. Like, he only uses it to be threatening. He doesn't like shooting pets, because then the owners get all mad at him, and plus, why would he do that? It sounds wrong physically and generically and worded. Like, he only uses it to threaten normal crewmates. Only uses his weapons for that. But yeah, let's see here. I can get... Oop. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna... Okay, I think I messed that up slightly. Let's fix it. Yeah, so the current members of the Rejects are as follows. Hermit the Fraud, he's the leader, and he is a medic, the beta medic that I mentioned earlier. Sasiori, beta engineer, modded version. And we have Peekaboo, a permanently ghost character, I guess. So in this universe, by the way, the characters aren't being played by real people. They are basically just, it's like an animation series level of things, except it takes aspects from modded stuff and the game and all that and throws it into a fictional story. So yeah. But in addition, there will hopefully be 3 songs related to streamers and YouTube. If you've ever heard of Alpharad or Pikmin 4, they hopefully will be getting a song. I'm hoping to make one. Man, this hair looks hideous. I'm going to redo it. But basically, there's a song I have planned to make called Mungy Monday, which is a reference to the Among Us streams that Alpharad did for a while related to Among Us that he did with his streamer buddies and VTuber buddies for, I guess, the past 3 years, perhaps. And one of the most notable people besides Alpharad that does these streams is Altrive, or as he went by in the game itself, he goes by Pikmin 4 or 5 over time because of the progression of the games. So they're going to have a song. I'm hoping to make one about the golden era of Sunday's modded Among Us videos. I just need to find a memorable moment from his like early modding days to base the song on. So, yeah. Oh, I just realized there's barely anybody here. Just realized that. Just realized that. Should probably fix this haircut. Why do I have the Magic School Bus theme all of a sudden in my head? I have the Magic School Bus theme song stuck in my head. And I don't know why. It's nostalgic, but why now? All right. If I'm not mistaken, I used normal Sayori as a reference initially. All right. Just finished testing and no more testing. All right. Let's see here. Where is... Oh, look. I found some other DLC art. I guess I could use this for reference slightly. It's not what I initially used, but I think it should work enough. I think I can make this work. Ooh. Oh, 1 more month left of school. Yeah, currently I'm not in school, but good luck. Hope you do well. Hope that goes well for you. Yeah, I'm gonna make these other layers more transparent. Oh, I just realized I merged these layers before I meant to. So I gotta erase this inside line here. All right, nice. Nice. I remember when I used to like have like these like really funny little moments during high school and middle school where I would like I mean, basically it was just me rambling, but what I would do would be I would like ramble on about lore. I kind of think that's where all my lore dumping obsessions originated. Well, I guess not obsessions, tangents originated. Was from those interactions with people in high school and middle school. All right, let's see here. All right, curve line there. I think if I just curve it a little differently. All right. I'm going to grab a drink real quick, chat. I got to take a med, like one of my pills anyways, so I will be right back. I'm going to go AFK for a sec. So just give me a moment and I will be right back. Be right back. Let me just change the screensaver real quick. There we go. All right. Be right back, chat. Be right back. Alrighty, I'm back, folks. I am officially back from getting a drink and getting a drink and getting my medicine. I think my Bluetooth headphones stuff get messed up. So I'm just gonna turn those off. There we go. So how we doing since I took a break? Just reading over what I missed in chat. All right. Gonna finish up my drink. And now, excuse me. Man, I wish I got that on recording. Could have used that big old burp as a sound effect. It was so big. Fun fact, I cannot burp on command, which is why that's something I would do. All right. Now that I'm back, I can continue Sussiori, but I just need to turn off my screensaver because I almost forgot to do that. Okay, there we go. I'm back to Sussiori. Updating our design is partly why I'm needing to do this artwork. Excuse me. And I should know better than to drink a slightly carbonated drink before returning to stream. I mean, to be honest, it was just thanks. I like making my art. I like making art. Partly why I made this channel was like a primary reason was to share what I make with people. So it's very nice to know that people enjoy what I make online. It's very nice. Yeah. Let's see here. Alright, I think it's time I draw the bow. Now, I think what I did last time for the bow was I made a little maroon outline and then filled it in red. There we go. Her pretty red bow. There we go. She got a cute little bow now, and I think I messed up one end of it. Let me just erase that. And also, welcome back. Notice you in chat. Welcome back. All right. I think that'll do better. And now to fill it in the same color that it was before. Bada bing, bada boom, delete that. And I think we have her ruff. Her ruff haircut needs to be slightly adjusted. That's about it. I think I'll just distort that way. And I think that's good. I think that's good. Probably pretty good. I'm just gonna do this. There. Yep, now we finalize the line work and I color it in. I'm probably gonna do like a colored rough version as well because I need to. But to make this a little more accurate this time around, I'm going to look for, what was it? Need to find Sayori's icons from Doki Takeover Plus. Let's see here. Let's go to the wiki page and scroll down. Now, where are the icons? I need to go to the gallery. Gallery, baby, woo! Okay, so these are all the image assets. I also really like Doki Takeover Plus because it's like such a cool extension to both DDLC and the Friday Night Funkin' stuff. Honestly, like it's probably one of my personal favorite fan mods related to an existing IP. Cool gameplay. Whoops! I broke the page. That's insane. All right, close that. In-game gallery. Other. All right, here we go. This will be good enough. Using Sayori minus as a color palette here is what I'm gonna do. Also, I really wish we had gotten this Monica somewhere because I really like it. It's so cute. Also, are these other? Oh, oh no, no, Natsuki. What did she do to the cupcake? What did she do to your cupcakes, Nat? I would be that way too if that happened to something like my Lego or something. That would be crazy. Also, they just have the DDLC main game renders there. Oh, there's another sketch of Minus Monica. Oh, that's cute. So this was what we got in game, and then these are the gallery images. Oh, that's cute. I might have to take inspiration from that for something sometime. Soft Monica. Very interesting. All right, I'm getting sidetracked. I got to get back on track. All right, let's open this full-size image and save it to my photos library. Is she eating her icon? She's eating her icon. She's eating her icon. Wow. All right, now I can take this and use the color palette here. Now I'm specifically using minus Sayori because, for one, Among Us characters are blue, or that was weird. This Among Us character is blue, and it needs to be a certain blue for me to be happy with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make her this blue rather than the blue she was before, which was like a more saturated one. I think, though, what I'm doing is I'm probably going to need to do multiple things with this. So let's give this one as a reference layer. Oh, it wasn't fully there. No wonder it wasn't looking like the same blue. Blue is a nice color. My personal favorite colors are yellow, purple, pink, and probably a few shades of blue as well. I do like cyan. Cyan is on there, and so is teal. I think teal's more like a greenish, bluish, dark color in a sense. But yeah, I do like the color blue though. Sayori's blue is probably one of my personal favorite blues. All right, let's get shading. Gonna do some rough shading here. That's a little too much. It's a little too little. That might be a little too much. Getting started here. All right, there we go. Suss us, brush us time. I might also show you guys a little funny thing that I think only a few friends of mine know I made related to Among Us and art. It's a pretty funny little inside joke. I guess it's not really a joke, considering I made it like a whole thing, but like... Also, gotta admit, minus Sayori is my favorite design, even though I'm a Natsuki. I'm a more Natsuki fan, but minus Sayori just looks too cute not to be my favorite of the minus Doki designs. Like, she's adorable. She's adorable. Look at her. She's a little mermaid. I almost considered making Sasori's bow gray and white because of how much I liked the other design, but I was like, nah, people won't know it's Sayori then. I'm having reconsiderations. I might give her like two different bow colors. On her backpack yet. You're so right. You're very right about that. I have not drawn her backpack yet. I will need to do that. I don't know why, but I seem to always forget that I need to do that. For some reason or another, for like one reason or another, I always forget. And I don't know why. Alright, I'm going to do that now though, so I don't forget. Thank you for reminding me. Alrighty. Let's reshape that real quick. Nope. Nope. Okay, I'm not getting this the way I want it. There we go. That'll do. That'll do. I'll just move it up a bit. And stretch a bit. And rotate. And distort. And stretch. And warp it. And nope. That did not come out the way I hoped. Okay. There we go. There we go. That's the kind of shape I needed. That's the kind of shape I was looking for. Now to add the inside colors. Here, I'll just fill it all in. Okay, there we go. That'll do for now. And now to get the proper color for Sasori's hair. I might just do the bow thing first that I mentioned though, just because I really want to see how it looks. Duplicate that and desaturate it. Make it brighter. And we'll just fill in these white. There we go. So she'll have two different colored bows, I think. She'll wear a different bow on different occasions. Or she'll get a pink bow. Maybe she has a pink bow to distinguish her from normal Sayori. I think that'll work, actually. That'll work better. She has a different colored bow to distinguish herself from the normal Sayori we all know and love. Or most of us know and love. Some people might not know who she is. So, yeah. I just realized... Oh, that's her eyelash. Never mind. I think that's good. Her hair just dangles off a little much. Which isn't bad, honestly. It's just a little weird. Oh no, her backpack line. That's funny. Alright, let's just re-add that. Now, duplicate this. Delete these. And flatten. If I draw a line here. And I think that should do. Oh wait, I need to, probably I can't, yeah, her hair being blue would be kind of funny, but I'm probably gonna go with normal Sayori color hair, primarily the ones I used here, same ones I used here. Hello. Let's see here. Okay, little tiny bit of shading, and then the main fill. And hair color is done. All right, I just got to do the, oh, almost forgot. There's a little bit that goes behind her to show where her hair falls down behind the visor somewhere. And this area here also needs to be filled in this color. Little tiny rosy cheeks. We gotta remove a few layers to get the pink I'm needing. Now for that pink, it's gotta be a little more saturated. Hello, welcome to the stream. There we go. This is the kind of pink I really wanted to include on our original concept, but I didn't do it. Because I wanted to be a little more accurate to Among Us at the time, so I didn't end up using this hot pink for the cheeks. Well, forget that. I'm making this unique now. And these are going to be more transparent than they are not. So that way, I can do this. There we go. Sure, if there's a way you could do it that I could see after stream, maybe. I'm willing to go on that. I just would need to know where to like find you or whatever, you know. Just so I can see it. And just to be fair, and just to be clear, I probably won't be viewing it on the stream. It'll be post-stream stuff, if I do view it. Oh yeah, sure. Community page, I'm assuming, right? Oop. I think I made one of the cheeks a little too big. I just realized that. I think I made one cheek a little bit too big. Yeah, I think I'm gonna erase this cheek. This cheeky little spot. Then I'll duplicate the existing one to go on the other side. Now for the visor. Now for the visor, guys. The final bit of the coloring of the rough design. I think I'll make her bow a little more red. Like, just a little. Let's see here. There we go. That seems a little better. Seems better like that. Yeah, there we go. That looks good. That looks good. If I add another layer with the reference of, oh my word, that looked cursed. Okay, there. This is the area I need. So for Among Us Monarchy, they're probably just going to have the same old three-color... Oh, man. Three-color visor colors. I'm probably going to go with her old color palette for her visor color. Because I think that'll be a little clever Easter egg, you know? Like her original blue hues for her visor color. I think that'll be a fun little detail. And if I can get it in here. Her original design's color palette. Hey, Thunder. You're in luck. I'm doing Among Us art. All right. Let's turn off the reference layer and just fill the rest of this. There we go. There we go. And I think I'll erase a little more to make it more curved properly. And there we go. The little bean goober is complete. She is completed. I think. At least I think it looks right. Might adjust a few things, like her eyelashes not being visible. There we go. I might just redo these eyelashes because they feel a little weird. If I'm being honest. Let's see here. Let's make them single eyelashes. There we go. That's better. Man, I could just stare at this all day. She's so cute like that. Like she's adorable like that. But this is one of a few Among Us character design updates I gotta do over time. Hermit the Fraud, I think I'll do him, and then I'll switch gears to another format of character art, I guess. And then I'll probably end off with a doodle session, and we'll see how that goes. All right. Yeah, I've got time. Yeah, so these are just for concept for the moment. These aren't how they're exactly going to look as sprites or anything. These are just for rough concepts. So she's looking real cute, though, for being just a rough concept at the moment. Or updated rough concepts, as I should say, because these are like updates to the original designs that I did before I was like, this could be its own thing for a mod, Before that, I basically had them for another conceptual idea related to FNF, but I wasn't making them their own mod, basically. But now I'm doing that, hopefully, once I get all the music done. So once all the music is done, I'll start looking for people to help out. And I haven't really decided even if it's going to be a mod or whether it's going to be a showcase that's coded. So I don't know if it's even going to be a real mod yet, but it might be. Oh my word. I can relate to having a lot of tabs open. Trust me when I say, if you think you have a lot of tabs, I probably have 20 more. That's actually not good. If I have 20 more, that means my computer is going to lag. If I was on my computer, haha, I cheated the system by having my iPad do the stream on today. Oh boy. All right, there we go. Now, characters that already have designs, there are a few of them that I don't need to update designs for. This is not one of them, but let me see here. Where is... Gotta find the Gamungus artwork. Where is it? Here's Gamungus. Here she is. One of the only female characters I've ever voiced. She requires effects, though, so I can't, do it live on stream. Plus, my voice is very dry because of a dub I was doing with some people in a server today. We did a really comedically bad, we intentionally made the dubbing bad or didn't use high quality mic stuff, and we did Meet the Spy, but it's a really goofy dub. I might just show a little bit of that, just a little bit, but I'm not going to leak it very far outside of the server it was done in for the moment. Oh yeah, that's tangy art. Oh my word, I think I broke a scab on my leg and the back of my leg is bleeding. Oh dear. I think I will need to get a big Band-Aid from the bathroom in our first aid kit. Oh my word, it is bleeding. I'm going to take the stream with me, so I won't have to go AFK a second time. But just because of that, just because I'm gonna be basically putting on a Band-Aid for a little while, you guys might as well see a teaser for this upcoming video. There will be a Sand Sword version where I cover up the photos of Spy's mom with the red spy with sans images. So I'm not going to go further than a little ways into the content itself. But here is what we have.
Really, really bad. for
Really bad.
Okay.
Intruder alert! A red spice in the base!
A spy is in the base. We need to protect the briefcase.
Protect the
A little help
briefcase!
here. All right, I got it. Stand back, son. One.
Beep, beep, beep.
Let's go.
Oh, God!
Right then.
Gentlemen.
Bam!
Wait.
We just have two spies in chat.
I think I see.
Okay, I think that's all I'm gonna show of it. But you get the idea. It's supposed to be a really bad dub of Meet the Spy. I'm still looking for a Band-Aid. I haven't really gotten around to designing those things I said I was gonna do, Thunder. Those ones that I said I was gonna do with your designs. I haven't gotten done with like picturing what color schemes to use yet, but I'm working on it. Just haven't started drawing it yet, you know. All right, I found the Band-Aid, guys. Found the Band-Aid. I should be back up and running shortly. That's a joke because the scab broken is on my leg. I should probably get a bigger Band-Aid now that I think about it. But I don't see any in here. So I'm just gonna... Oh, wait. Never mind. Found one. Found a big Band-Aid for my leg. Apparently, I think I broke a scab of a mosquito bite that I was itching. So I'm just gonna... Where is it? It's not there, is it? That or... Oh, there are two. There are two scabs I broke, it seems. Wow. That's unexpected. So I had two mosquito bites right next to each other, and it seems I broke both scabs. That's actually crazy. Alright. Band-Aid has been applied. I am heading back to my room to continue this artwork. I just gotta put away the first aid kit back in our closet. Alright. Done. It is time to continue the arteth. Sorry for that interruption, guys. Sorry about that. Alright. Now that we're back on track here, in the words of the spy in The Heavy is Dead, let's get back to the point. Alright. Plugging back in my iPad. And I think, considering the stream's been going for an hour, I should probably do one Tangyverse thing before I switch to the doodle sesh. I think I'll just do one design for each thing, and then I will do the doodle thing. So now that I've gotten Sasiori done, I think I'll do something Tangyverse related real quick, just to even the balance. There is something small I can draw that I think would be beneficial. And I think it is just a little something. There is this little thing called primification, which is like it's basically related to a friend of mine's character known as Preemie. Created by, I think her username is pronounced Bammy. She's a friend of mine and Team Tangy's, so I'm going to do Preemified Trampy because I've been meaning to for a while now. They're gonna be like. They're gonna be like little tiny baby size. It's we have one of Tangy named I think it was Tiny. I think we have one named Tiny for Tangy. So this is gonna be trampy fun size basically. He looks kind of like what's that tiger? He looks a little bit like what's his name from man, I forgot his name. He's like a newspaper comic character. John knows the character. I wish he was here to see this, but um yeah, there we go. That looks cute. It looks so cute like this. Okay. Now he's gonna have a um little tiny chest fur thing, and then he's gonna have probably he's gonna wear what would he wear? Ooh, I know. He would probably wear a hoodie. Like a little hoodie. Normal Trampy would not wear a hoodie, but this Trampy, because he's a little fun sized Trampy, he's gonna have one. I'm gonna erase that. Actually, that looks a little too adulty. It's gotta have a tiny little body. Gotta have a small body. Bro's gotta have a small body. Alrighty, there we go. Filling that in. I do have an idea here. Let's minimize this. Let's see here. Now, let's see. Let's see here. All right, let's get the tiny little paws. There we go. That's the kind of thing I'm looking for. His tiger tail is gonna be twirly, perhaps. Either that, or I'll just add like little stripes on it. Hmm. Alrighty, there we go, I think. Welcome back, Kit. Welcome back. Working on premified Trampy right now. Now I just select that and draw a little bit of like green inside. Funny enough, Trampy's favorite color isn't maroon. He actually despises maroon used outside of himself. When it's like used for like song names, band names, he doesn't like the overuse of the color his fur is in pop culture. But he's willing to live with it as he's proud to be a maroon tiger and proud to be a tiger. His favorite color just isn't maroon. He doesn't really care for his own fur color that much. He actually is glad, though, that he's a dull color rather than a vibrant color, because he prefers it that way. His favorite. That's why I'm making this a little bit. He also likes yellow, so I'm gonna blend those. He likes yellow and green, kind of. I should make it that he likes yellow more because that was his friend group's color scheme of their outfits as a team. So I think I'll just go with that. His favorite color is yellow, and his second favorite is green. Certain shades, of course. Alright, let's fill that. Fill that, fill that, fill that, and that, and that, and that. All of it gets to be filled maroon. Alright. Also, on the 19th, LEGO Masters returns. I'm very excited for that. Finally get to see more of Will Arnett paid to say things that are very randomly related to pop culture, LEGO, and whatever. Alright. I'm gonna make him look a little more angry rather than how he looks like depressed here. He just looks more depressed now. Drat. There we go. Alright, and now for the stripes. And filling the rest of him maroon. Oh, well, I hope you have a good breakfast then, Thunder. Hope that goes well. What you having for breakfast? Yeah, this is gonna be like probably the grumpiest image of any version of Trampy ever. I mean, this is creamified Trampy, but like still, he's looking very, very sour. I should make his mouth completely different, I think, because it looks funny, but it looks a little too exaggerated. He's got to have that big tooth still. It's got to be much bigger than his normal counterpart. Ooh, fried rice and eggs. One of those to me sounds delicious, at least on a personal level. that being the eggs. Fun fact, this is very coincidental. Tramby is paranoid about eggs to the point where he's basically a conspiracy theorist about eggs. He has no idea whether they're aliens, whether they're alien creatures, whether they're anything. Oh man. What time is it? Okay, it's 6:24 my time. Should have a little more time to do that doodle session I mentioned at the start. But before that, I'm going to finish this up and send it in a server. I'm going to make her paws white. Or his paws white. My bad. I said her because Primey and Tiny are both females and I zoned out. Yeah, bro basically has it worse than Black Imposter. If you didn't see my Easter art, or the art I did with Mouse for Easter, I should say, basically, it depicts Tramby having like a really, really, really bad crackdown, pun intended, with an egg. He doesn't say a pun though. That's how conspiracy theorist level he is. Like, he doesn't even make an excellent joke, you know? Like, he says, I'm going to execute you, egg. Your days of being mysterious and shrouded in mystery are over. Get it? He didn't say execute. He didn't say execute. He said execute. He didn't say execute, which would have been the joke. But yeah, basically he's so paranoid he can't even crack a joke about it. Ah, ha, 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 get it? Crack a joke. Get it? Crack a joke. You get it, right? He can't even crack a joke. Oh my word. I love that. Anyways, let's see here. I think this'll do. The black jacket looks fun enough. I'll probably update this design another time. Oh, I forgot I need to add the stripes on his head. Or a stripe in this case. Just a stripe with two smaller stripes beside it. And he's going to have like big pupils. Because a lot of the preemie-fied characters have big pupils, so he's no different in that aspect. Gotta make him the right shape. Okay, let's just huge pupils. Alrighty. You know what? I'm gonna make him the normal size for now. And I'll update it later. Fun size Trampy's gonna be adorable when it's finalized. Nope, that looks weird. Oh, you are here, John. Or is that a different John? Wait, I'm confusing my brain. I know a few Johns. My bad, I confused Johns. I confused Johnny with John. But yeah, welcome. Welcome to the stream again. There we go. I'll just leave it like this for now. It's conceptual, so it doesn't really need to be perfect. Doesn't need to be perfect yet. Alright, now they're going to see what Bammy thinks of it. And also remove a little bit of this. And redraw it. Alrighty. Now to ping Bammy in here with it. There we go. The little goober's finished. For now, at least. Alright. Oh, man. I forgot I could turn on my battery saver. Let's see, though. Where is it? Le creature, yes. The creature. Alright, it's doodle session time. I think I know what I'm starting with. I'm starting with Angel, my cat, who I have a slightly cartoonish design for. She also has a Tangyverse design that's going to be done, and she will be going by the name Cat in that design. Whoa, that looks scared. Angel often does get a little flustered at things, but not that flustered. Why do I always start with a cat character first? It's kind of funny. Like, I think last time I started with another cat character on the last doodle session from the last live stream. There we go. Little doodle of Angel. I should make this a square ratio. Keep forgetting. Okay. 2048. And done. And something I do on every doodle session, I do not use visual references. I see a minion toy though in my little toy bin. So I might draw a minion for the first time in ages. I'm gonna draw a cartoony minion. I think I'll draw Bob. But I'll give him black pupils in both eyes because I don't remember which is which. You know what? That's a perfect idea. I'm gonna draw King Bob. It's gonna be King Bob today. Bob doesn't have hair, so I'm not going to try and confuse people with drawing the eyebrows. I kind of give my minions eyebrows to make them more expressive, but I think I'll pass on that today. There's the kingly robe with the little jaguar prints on it. Then the king crown. I'll fill this in white. King Bob. I normally can do a minion impression, but I haven't brushed up on it in a while, so it's a little hard to do. Especially with my dry mouth. Here, I'm going to redraw his pupils. And the overalls. And the 3-finger gloves. Yeah, minions have only 2 fingers and a thumb. So this is going to not be my best doodle, but won't worry about it. Won't worry about it too much. I think I'm going to erase everything below this point, just so it looks better and cleaner. There we go. Little King Bob head. King Bob. Gonna fix the eyes just slightly. Okay, now I'll just thicken the goggles a bit because they don't look like goggles. King Bob. There we go. There we go. Brings me back a few years. All right. Now, who else and what else can I draw? I think I'll draw a shoop de whoop. You know, the little blah thing, you know. Excuse me. Okay, so I think his mouth looks like this with this and 2 big fat eyes on top. And just to be funny about it, I'll add a blue laser. And make his eyes kind of like... Blah. Rose firing his laser. Alright, now what else can I fill this screen with? Got King Bob, Angel, and Shoop de Whoop. I think I drew Kirby last time, so what if I do King DDD or something like that? Probably not gonna remember how he looks. So maybe something like, I don't know. I have an idea. Meta Knight, but if he was Enna. I would draw Palp, but I don't think I'm going to be any better at remembering what his Sona looks like than if I did, like, something else. Gonna just try and imagine what Meta Knight would look like if he fused with Enna, perhaps. Let's add the wings. This is gonna be very random for a sketch. Okay. Gonna make the rest of it black. And make this wing black. I guess this kind of works. I'm not really sure. But whatever the case, it's what it is. Alright, let's see here. Man, I've got a lot of space to fill. Let's draw something that'll fit here. One Eddsworld character? Alright, let's do Tord today. Either that or I'll draw Tori. I think I'll draw Tori, because I kind of like that Tori's not a villain. But I'm going to draw, like, what I would design her to wear, probably. Unless I just draw her head. Why does it look more like Cassandra right now? Maybe I should do Cassandra as well. Because, like, Cassandra kind of does look like... Tori in hairstyle. So I might just do both. I might just do Tori cosplaying as her. Either that or Eddsworld style Cassandra. I think I'll do Eddsworld style Cassandra, because that sounds cool. You're going to fill in the eyes black and then add little yellow pupils. Yeah, this looks more like Cassandra than it does Tori. But not gonna lie, if they fused, we'd have something resembling this, I think. Something along the lines of this. Alright, and I'll just draw a little torso here. Because I think I want to draw a little tiny, like, chibi format thing, you know? Alright, let's see how this comes out. I mean, this is just a doodle session, so nothing is using a reference, and nothing is meant to be perfect. Alright, I think that's where I'll stop with that one. Oh yeah, I forgot to do the other hand. This arm just looks so stupid. I'm gonna fix it. Even if it's just for a doodle. Even if it's just for a doodle. Doodles are good practice. So I'm gonna fix that. And probably just add like a little highlight there. So folks know she doesn't have no booba. She has booba. It's just needing to be highlighted. There we go. That feels like something I'd see. Kinito Pet, that's a good one. Repeat Kinito Pet would be kind of a fun concept. Because when I think of Kinito Pet, I think of repeat for some reason. I'm gonna draw Kinito Pet from memory. I don't really remember what he looks like. All I know is that he looks a little similar to Rewrite, and he has an axolotl head. He kind of feels like he could be Rewrite if he wanted to. In another universe. Okay, let's see here. You know, if Monica were to meet Kinito Pet, I think she would squish him like a bug and say, ew. That's honestly what I think she'd do. Man, I think I messed up some of the axolotl features. Drat. Okay, there. I might not do as many doodles today as this stream has been going for 2 hours now. So... And he's asking for photos. And she's flipping him off, busy doing other things. This is Tori fused with Cassandra. I know, very random. 2 different Newgrounds characters. One with a ton of plot relevancy, the other with barely any. But they have a similar haircut, so I ended up fusing them. Because of that. Also, her pants are as loose as Kim Possible's. I've always wanted to do a character that just had loose pants. Like, really loose pants. For some reason. Because I do like the art style of Kim Possible being, like, super polygonal for what it was. Let me see here. I have to include at least one poop emoji in here, so let's add some ice cream. Don't know what I'm drawing anymore. Guess I'm drawing Painter, that Painter character from Kirby by accident. I was gonna draw a poop, but I messed up, so here's an acorn. I think this is the acorn power-up from Mario. That's funny. Yeah, I think that's the acorn power-up from Mario by accident. I know something I could draw. Confessions of a Rotten Tangy. This is just random. This is just random. Random idea. Random idea. Confessions of a Rotten Orange Rat. You know, it's a Confessions of a Rotten Girl reference. Here, I'll make it look slightly different than normal Tangy. Just slightly. Just slightly. Okay, let's fix this head. Oh my word, what did I do to her? I should have started the normal way I do these, but alas, I made the mistake of starting not that way. Okay, circle. And now that that's there, I can use... Oh, moth. There's a moth flying around my room. I'll have to kill it later, possibly. Possibly. Just possibly. Hiding that. And distorting this. This version of Tangy probably has 3 prongs to her hair rather than the usual 2, and her hair is a lot messier. Also, instead of being into gay men, I think this version of Tangy would probably just not even be into that. She just frantic and does a lot of like accidentally bad things. No sexual references, just she's really, really nervous. I think that's all that needs to be said about that Tangy. This little Tangy doodle here. It's not even related to the concept that's implied in Confessions of a Rotten Girl. Because Tangy is 16, and I don't think that version of Miku is given a direct age. But, like... I'm just trying to keep this safe for work anyways, so... Yep. Alright, there's that doodle. Alright. I might need to end off here soon, because my mom just got home. So I'm going to do 2, 3 more doodles. 2 or 3. We'll see. I'll do Batman. I'll do Lego Batman. That came out weird. That came out like William Afton. Who knows? I might be doing William Afton first. Or Springtrap. Yeah, that's definitely not Batman. Looks like Springtrap. Spring Body. Kind of looks like him. Not exactly, though. Just a little. Just a little. Just a little like him. This looks like Jax if he was Spring Bonnie. Kinda does. Don't know what it is anymore. That's really silly. Okay.
Why does it seem like the air is always on?
Okay, 1.
It's saying that it's 72.
1 Henry Stickmin character. And then I think I'm gonna just... Okay, that doesn't look like Henry Stickmin because I didn't start with the head. You know what? I'm gonna draw, like, Henry's head. It'll just be Henry. It'll just be Henry. No edits. It's just Henry. Just Henry Stickmin. There we go. And he'll have weird-looking eyes. Because I'm tired. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go after the Stoodle's done. Ooh, I have an idea. I have an idea. I have an idea. Ah, clicked off by mistake. Henry, when he sees maximum gains and doesn't know it's about gym training. Money. Now they're going to give it green overlays. There we go. Alright, I think that's where I'm going to stop today, guys. Thanks to everybody who tuned in. Had a great time today, and I will probably do a gaming stream on Sunday if I'm able. And just before I go, somebody else I think wants to say bye to everybody. Say bye, Angel. Say bye to Chat, Angel. I think she's hearing my family in the other room. All right. Well, we'll see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.